Hello friends, and welcome back to Wise Pages. Today, we are going to talk about a book that will completely change how you look at success. It is called No Excuses, The Power of Self-Discipline by Brian Tracy. Now, think about this. If I asked you, what is the most important thing you need to succeed in life? What would you say? Most people would say intelligence. They think the person who is the fastest learner wins. Someone else might say connections. Knowing the right people. And others will say natural talent. The idea that if you are born gifted, you are destined to win. But here is the truth. There is one quality that beats all of these. One thing that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. And that quality is self-discipline. I know what you are thinking. Discipline? That sounds boring. You might imagine waking up at 5 a.m., working all day, and forgetting how to have fun. But that is not what real discipline means. Discipline is not about punishing yourself. It is about taking control of your life. It is recognizing your priorities and making small, correct decisions every single day. This one quality can turn an ordinary person into an extraordinary one. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine two students. The first student is incredibly intelligent. His name is Tom. He understands things quickly. He has a gift. But he is careless. He doesn't study regularly. He gets distracted easily. The second student is named James. James has average intelligence. Nothing special. But James has discipline. He studies every day. He follows a plan. He avoids distractions. Who wins in the long run? Almost every single time, it is James. Why? Because intelligence gives you a head start, but discipline gives you consistency. And consistency is what builds success. Think about the most successful people in the world. If you look closely, you will find one common thing in all of them. Discipline. If the legendary footballer David Beckham had not practiced every single day, his natural talent alone would never have made him a world-class athlete. If Steve Jobs had not focused with relentless discipline, Apple would never have become what it is today. If Elon Musk did not manage his projects with extreme discipline, he could not run multiple companies at the same time. The magic of discipline is that it turns an average person into a winner. So many people say, I don't have any special talent. I am just normal. But discipline is the thing that makes a normal person extraordinary. Because discipline forces you to do the work that you do not feel like doing. And that is the difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful one. Think about your morning. The alarm goes off. You have two choices. Hit the snooze button and sleep in, or get up and work out. In that one moment, you see no difference. But if you hit snooze every day for 6 months, and another person gets up and works out every day for 6 months, the difference after 6 months is huge. That is discipline. Small decisions that create a massive difference over time. Discipline is an invisible power. It gives you control over how you want to live your life. Without discipline, a person becomes a slave to their desires and emotions. Scrolling on your phone is easy. Reading a book is hard. Eating junk food is easy. Cooking a healthy meal is hard. Watching a movie is easy. Working on your goals is hard. Discipline is the quality that stops you from taking the easy path and forces you to take the hard but right path. And that hard work is what brings you success. Now, many people believe that having connections or knowing the right people is the key to success. Yes, connections help. But if you have no discipline, connections are useless. Imagine you get a chance to meet a very successful businesswoman. Her name is Sarah. Sarah gives you great advice. She even gives you an opportunity to work with her. But if you are not disciplined, you will not finish the work. You will not build the trust. Discipline is what teaches you to make the best use of every opportunity that comes your way. Let us talk about intelligence. Being smart is a good thing. But without discipline, smartness is wasted. Take the example of a chess player. A chess player is very intelligent. He makes great strategies. But if he never practices, if he never improves his moves, an average disciplined player will beat him every time. Intelligence gives you a starting advantage. But discipline carries you to the finish line. The same story applies to talent. We have all seen incredibly talented people waste their lives because they had no discipline. In school, you might have seen a child who was naturally amazing at sports or art. But that child was lazy. Meanwhile, another child who was less talented worked hard every single day. Slowly, that hard-working child surpassed the talented one. Talent is a starting gift. But you need discipline to polish it. Discipline shapes your habits. And your habits decide your destiny. If you have good habits, waking up early, studying, exercising, avoiding distractions, your life automatically becomes productive. But how are these habits built? Only through discipline. Discipline says, just do it once today. And when you repeat that small step every day, it becomes a habit. Discipline also teaches you to focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Mobile phones, social media, reels, games. If a person has no discipline, these things will suck away all their energy and time. But a disciplined person knows when to put the phone down, when to work, and when to relax. This puts them 10 steps ahead of everyone else. There is another huge benefit of discipline. Self-respect. When you make a promise to yourself and you keep it, your confidence grows from the inside. You feel like a person of your word. That feeling makes you stronger. But if you break your promises again and again, saying I will start studying tomorrow or I will start my diet next week, your trust in yourself goes down. And when you do not trust yourself, achieving big goals becomes almost impossible. Sometimes people think discipline means following strict rules that make life miserable. But that is not true. Discipline means setting the right boundaries for yourself so that you can reach your goals. It actually gives you freedom. Because when you are disciplined, you know your future is secure. For example, if you have financial discipline, if you save more than you spend, you will not have money tension in the future. That is real freedom. Discipline is to success what a foundation is to a house. Without a strong foundation, any building will collapse. In the same way, without discipline, any dream will fall apart. No matter how intelligent or talented you are, if you do not have discipline, you will never achieve long-term success. Discipline also teaches you to be friends with pain. You have to tolerate short-term pain. Studying when you do not feel like it. Going to the gym when your body is tired. Working when your friends are calling you to go out. But this short-term pain gives you long-term pleasure. On the other hand, an undisciplined person chooses short-term pleasure, relaxing, having fun, but later suffers long-term pain. Failure, regret, frustration. So if we had to sum it up in one line, the real key to success is discipline. Intelligence, connections, and talent are all important. But they only work when you are disciplined. Discipline is the bridge that turns your dreams into reality. Now the question is, how do you actually bring discipline into your life? It is simple. Start with small steps. Set a daily routine. Reduce your distractions. Make small promises to yourself and keep them. Slowly, this will become your lifestyle. Discipline is not a magic trick. It comes from practice. And most importantly, discipline is not boring. Actually, it gives you the power to live your life on your own terms. It gives you the confidence that you can overcome any difficulty. And when you see that your small, disciplined actions have changed your life, you will feel so proud of yourself. So next time you think about what you need for success, intelligence, connections, or talent, just remember that above all of them stands discipline. It is the quality that turns an ordinary person into an extraordinary one. It is the quality that sets you apart from the crowd. And it is the quality that will take you exactly where you truly want to go. Now, when Brian Tracy talks about discipline in his book No Excuses, he makes a very important point. He says that applying self-discipline in just one area of your life is not enough. You need to use it in three main areas: personal success, business or career success, and overall happiness. And honestly, if a person brings discipline into these three areas, their life can change completely. Let us first talk about personal success. Personal success means improving yourself, controlling your life, and developing the habits that move you forward. Think about it. If a person cannot control their health, their habits, or their learning, they will never move forward no matter how much talent or how many chances they get. Discipline acts like a foundation here. For example, if you exercise every day, follow a proper diet, and get good sleep, your energy levels stay high. When your energy is high, you can focus on your goals much better. Personal success is not limited to physical health. It also includes mental growth and emotional control. Imagine you get angry very quickly, or you procrastinate all the time. I will do it tomorrow. I am not in the mood today. In that case, no matter how intelligent you are, your work will always stay incomplete. But if you have self-discipline, you can control yourself. When your mind says, "Do not study right now, relax a little," discipline pushes you and says, "No, this is the right time." Slowly, these habits will lead you to personal success. Now let us move to the second area, business and career success. To be honest, discipline plays its biggest role here. Many people have talent, but the winner is the one who works with discipline. Imagine someone working a job. If that person shows up on time every day, meets their deadlines, and continuously improves their skills, their growth is automatic. On the other hand, someone might be very smart but careless. They come late. They do not finish their work. Their career will stop right there. In business, discipline is even more important. Being an entrepreneur means you are your own boss. And if the boss is not disciplined, the whole team becomes loose. Think about people like Elon Musk or James Dyson. If they did not have discipline, could they manage such huge projects? In business, hundreds of distractions come every day. Sometimes losses. Sometimes market problems. Sometimes competition. If an entrepreneur is disciplined, they stay focused in every situation and move forward step by step. This quality makes them different from everyone else. Another big part of career success is continuous learning. The world today is changing so fast that the moment you stop learning, you fall behind. Self-discipline is the thing that forces you to read books regularly, learn new skills, and upgrade yourself. Without discipline, a person gets stuck in their comfort zone. And nobody ever grew by staying in their comfort zone. Now let us talk about the third area, overall happiness. This is where many people get confused. They think, what does happiness have to do with discipline? Happiness depends on emotions and situations. But the truth is that discipline actually brings real happiness. That might sound strange, but think about it. When you work on your goals every day and you keep control over yourself, there is a deep satisfaction that comes from inside. This satisfaction is much more powerful than any temporary pleasure. Imagine you are given two choices. Either you spend the whole day watching movies and having fun, or you finish your work first and then enjoy a little bit of free time. In the first case, you get short-term happiness. But at night, you feel guilty because your work is still pending. In the second case, you had to work a little harder. But after finishing your work, the peace you feel is real happiness. Self-discipline teaches you that happiness does not come only from having fun. It comes from purpose and achievement. Another part of happiness is relationships. If you want to have good relationships with your family and friends, you need discipline there too. Discipline teaches you when to give time to others, when to show respect, and when to control your emotions. Many times, in anger, a person says something that damages a relationship. But a disciplined person stays calm even when they are angry and gives the right response. This makes their relationship stronger. And that is the real source of long-term happiness. Financial discipline also plays a big role in overall happiness. Many people cannot manage their money properly and later suffer from stress and tension. But a disciplined person saves money, makes investments, and avoids unnecessary spending. When you do not have to worry about money, you naturally stay happier. If you look at these three areas together, personal success, career success, and overall happiness, you will see that they are all connected. If you have personal discipline, it automatically makes your career stronger. And when your career is strong, you get financial stability and respect, which increases your happiness. This means discipline is the root, and everything else is a branch coming from it. Imagine someone is very successful in their career but has no discipline in their personal life. Their health is bad. Their relationships are weak. Will that person truly be happy? Not at all. In the same way, someone might be very happy-go-lucky, always having fun, but if they are not growing in their career, unhappiness will catch up with them after some time. And if someone only works on personal growth but ignores their career and happiness, the balance breaks. That is why Brian Tracy says that applying discipline in all three areas is the ultimate key. Now the question comes, how do we apply discipline in these three areas? The secret is very simple. Start with small steps. In your personal life, create a daily routine. Exercise a little every day. Read a little every day. Limit your distractions. In your career, be punctual. Complete every project on time. Learn something new every week. For happiness, practice gratitude. Pay attention to your relationships. Handle your money wisely. Self-discipline is not a one-day job. It is a continuous process. Like watering a garden every day. If you miss one day, you will not see a difference. But if you ignore it for months, the whole garden will dry up. In the same way, if you apply discipline every day, it will make your whole life green and blooming. Many people think discipline will make their life boring. But the truth is that discipline gives you the freedom that undisciplined people never get to feel. When you have control over your health, your career, and your emotions, you can confidently enjoy your life. That is real happiness. When we talk about personal success, the first thing that comes to mind is self-discipline. Brian Tracy says that discipline is the root from which the entire tree of personal success grows. And to achieve this success, discipline is connected to three very important things: setting goals, building strong character, and creating healthy routines. These three pillars are what hold up the entire building of achievement. If you work on these, any person can go from average to extraordinary. Think about goal setting without discipline. Imagine a ship that sets sail into the ocean but has no destination. It will wander around and eventually run out of fuel and stop. Life without goals is exactly the same. Many people work hard. They stay busy. But their hard work has no fixed direction. The result is that even after many years, they are standing in the same place. Discipline teaches you to set goals and then forces you to take small steps every single day to reach those goals. Goal setting cannot be vague like "I want to be rich" or "I want to be successful." That is too weak. Discipline teaches you that goals must be specific and clear. For example, in the next year, I will save $20,000, or I will study for 1 hour every day to get into the top 10 in my exam. When the goal is clear, your mind knows exactly where to focus. and discipline keeps you from getting off track. When distractions come, friends calling you out, social media, laziness, discipline reminds you of your goal and says, do this work now. Now let us talk about character. Personal success is not measured only by money or position. It is also measured by what kind of person you are. Character means your values, your honesty, your integrity. Discipline is the most powerful tool for building character. For example, imagine you are tempted to cheat. There is a chance to copy in an exam, or you could make more profit in a business deal by taking a slightly wrong path. In the short term, this looks tempting. But if you have discipline, it stops you and tells you to do the right thing. Taking the right decision again and again is what makes your character strong. Character is also linked to trust. If people trust you, they will want to work with you. They will respect you. They will give you opportunities. But trust is only built when you are disciplined. If you break promises again and again, leave work unfinished, or keep making excuses, people slowly lose trust in you. A disciplined person always aligns their words with their actions. And that is the symbol of a strong character. Now let us talk about healthy routines. No big achievement in life happens suddenly. It happens through small habits and routines. Discipline helps you create those habits. Imagine your routine is like this: you sleep in late, you spend your day without a plan, you study sometimes and sometimes you do not, you work out sometimes and sometimes you skip it. Your results will be random too. But if your routine has discipline, waking up at a fixed time, having a dedicated hour for study or work, paying attention to your health, then slowly these habits will guarantee your success. Healthy routines are not only about work. They are also about health and happiness. For example, if you meditate for a little while every day, your mind stays calm. If you sleep and wake up on time, your energy stays high. If you limit junk food and eat healthy, your body stays active. These are all small things, but their effect in the long term is huge. Discipline gives you the power to repeat them every day. One hidden gift of discipline is that it gives you consistency. Many people work hard for their goal for 1 or 2 days, and then they stop. They think, it did not happen today. I will start again tomorrow. This cycle never ends. But a disciplined person knows that consistency is the real key. Whether the work feels boring or hard, they take small steps every day. This consistency one day turns into big results. Think about it. If a student studies just 1 hour every day, in 1 year that is 365 hours of study. Another student might suddenly study 10 hours a day for 15 days before the exam. That is only 150 hours total. The difference is clear. The disciplined student will have much more knowledge and confidence. Discipline connects goal setting, character building, and healthy routines. The goal gives you direction. Character keeps you on the right path. And healthy routines move you forward on that path every single day. If any one of these is missing, success stays incomplete. Imagine you have a goal but your character is weak. You will take shortcuts and face a quick downfall. Your character is strong but you have no goal. You will work hard but get the wrong results. You have both a goal and a strong character, but no routine. Then your plans will stay only on paper. That is why the real magic of discipline only shows itself when all three work together. Here is a simple story to understand this. There is a young man named Tom. Tom loves football. His dream is to play at the state level. But he has two choices. Either he wastes time with his friends, watches late-night movies, and sleeps in every morning. Or he follows a disciplined routine, morning practice, controlled diet, balance with his studies, and daily improvement. If he chooses the first option, he might have fun in the short term, but his dream will remain unfulfilled. If he chooses discipline, it will feel tough in the beginning. But slowly, his character will become stronger. His fitness will improve. His control over his game will get better. And his dreams will start coming true. This story shows how goals, character, and routines come together to bring personal success. Discipline also teaches you how to deal with failure. Many people give up when they see failure. But a disciplined person looks at failure as feedback. They adjust their routine. They refine their goals. And they keep moving forward. This habit is what gives long-term success. The real meaning of personal success is that you become a little better every single day. This journey is only possible through discipline. Taking one small step toward your goals every day, making your character stronger every day, and repeating healthy routines every day. This formula will turn you into the person you want to become. So if someone asks what the foundation of personal success is, the answer is simple. Discipline. It gives you direction in the form of goals. It gives you strength in the form of character. And it gives you stability in the form of routines. And when these three come together, real achievement becomes possible. Now let us talk about business and career success. People often think the biggest factors here are talent, luck, or the right connections. But Brian Tracy makes it clear that the real difference is made by self-discipline. If a person has discipline, they can get ahead in any career or any business. This discipline shows itself in four big forms: efficiency, good work habits, customer focus, and continuous improvement. Understanding these four and applying them to your life is the real formula for success. First, efficiency. Efficiency means getting more output with fewer resources. More work in less time. More results with less effort. Imagine an office with 2 employees. Both have 8 hours of time. The first employee is disciplined. He makes a priority list as soon as he arrives. He does the most important work first and avoids distractions. The second employee works without discipline. He checks WhatsApp sometimes. He gossips sometimes. He delays important work. At the end of the day, the first employee has finished all his work. The second employee has only excuses. Who will the boss promote? Obviously, the efficient one. Efficiency does not come only from hard work. It comes from smart and disciplined work. Second, good work habits. Habits shape your life. In business or career, habits decide where you will end up in the long term. Discipline is the power that helps you develop the right habits. For example, reaching the office on time, taking deadlines seriously, delivering work with good quality. These are all habits. In the beginning, they seem small. But these habits are what separate you from others. A disciplined person does even small tasks with the same dedication as big tasks. Good work habits also include planning and organization. Many people stay busy all day but realize at the end that the real work never got done. The reason is poor planning. A disciplined person plans every task first. Which work is urgent? Which work is important? Which work can be done later? This way, their time is not wasted, and productivity automatically increases. Third, customer focus. This is the biggest secret of business. No business can exist without customers. But many people make the mistake of focusing only on their profit and forgetting the customer's needs. Discipline comes in here. It teaches you to always prioritize the customer. That means listening to the customer's problem, delivering service on time, and always being honest. If you give value to the customer with discipline, the customer will stay loyal. Imagine 2 shopkeepers. The first shopkeeper is disciplined. He speaks politely to every customer. He quotes the right price. He gives good service. The second shopkeeper is careless. Sometimes he is rude. Sometimes he gives the wrong product. In the long term, who will have more customers? The first one, obviously. The same principle works in the corporate world. Companies like Amazon or Apple are successful because they built disciplined systems to give the best experience to the customer every single time. Fourth, continuous improvement. This is a very important part of self-discipline. In business and career, the person who stops learning falls behind. The world is changing every day. New technology, new market trends, new skills. If you stop upgrading yourself, your competitors will leave you behind. Discipline is the quality that tells you to learn something new every day. To improve yourself. Continuous improvement does not mean making big changes every day. It means taking small steps. Reading industry-related articles for 30 minutes every day. Learning one new skill every month. Attending some training every year. These small improvements add up and turn you into an expert in the long term. Here is a relatable example. There is a software engineer named James. James and his friend join the same company. James is disciplined. He improves his coding skills every day. He learns new programming languages. He finishes every project on time. His friend is a little careless. He does the work, but he does not put in extra effort. He is lazy about learning. What happens after 5 years? James reaches a senior position and has multiple opportunities. His friend stays stuck in the same position. That is the difference that discipline creates. The same principle works in business. If an entrepreneur is disciplined, they evaluate their business every day. Where is the loss? Where is improvement possible? Where are the new opportunities? But an undisciplined entrepreneur only focuses on short-term gains. The result is that the disciplined entrepreneur's business slowly becomes stronger and eventually becomes a market leader. Efficiency, good work habits, customer focus, and continuous improvement. These 4 qualities are all connected. Efficiency increases your output. Good habits build your trust. Customer focus grows your business. And continuous improvement keeps you relevant. And the root of all of this is just one thing. Self-discipline. The journey of business and career is never easy. Challenges come. Failures come. Sometimes demotivation comes. But a disciplined person never gives up. They keep their consistency and slowly solve every problem. Discipline also earns you respect. In the workplace, everyone takes a disciplined employee seriously. Managers know that this person will deliver on time, keep the customer happy, and always improve. Such a person naturally gets promotions, salary hikes, and opportunities. An undisciplined employee, no matter how talented, does not get growth because they cannot be trusted. In business too, the root of respect and reputation is discipline. If you run your business with discipline, deliver products on time, keep your promises, maintain quality, your reputation in the market will be strong. And in business, reputation is the biggest asset. If you look at real life, every successful company and successful professional has one thing in common: discipline. Whether it was Steve Jobs who created Apple or any other great entrepreneur, they all worked with discipline on efficiency, habits, customer focus, and improvement. So if you want to take your career or business journey seriously, remember that self-discipline is not an option. It is a must. You have to avoid distractions. You have to adopt the right habits. You have to give value to your customers. And you have to improve a little bit every single day. That formula will take you from ordinary to extraordinary. Finally, let us talk about financial success. It sounds very glamorous. Big car. Nice house. Luxury life. But the real truth is that there is no shortcut to any of this. Brian Tracy says that the root of financial success is also self-discipline. Many people think that making money is success. But the real game is managing money the right way. Here, discipline shows itself in 4 things: living below your means, avoiding debt, saving systematically, and making wise investments. If these 4 habits come into your life, financial freedom is almost guaranteed. First, living below your means. This simply means spending less than you earn. But practically, this is the hardest thing to do. Because society is constantly pushing us to show off. Buy the newest phone. Wear branded clothes. Eat out on the weekend. Social media and advertising have made us believe that happiness means more shopping. But a disciplined person understands that real happiness is not in overspending. Real happiness is in financial stability. Imagine your monthly income is $3,000. If you spend $2,900, you only save $100. But if you use discipline and spend only $2,000 while saving $1,000, at the end of the year you will have an extra $12,000. That difference is not small. That is the discipline that gives you financial security. The person who overspends is always living paycheck to paycheck. But the disciplined saver slowly builds wealth. Second, avoiding debt. Debt is like a trap. It looks helpful in the short term, but in the long term, it eats away your peace of mind. A disciplined person only takes debt when absolutely necessary and pays it back as quickly as possible. They do not buy things on credit just to impress others. Third, saving systematically. Discipline means treating saving like a fixed expense. Just like you pay rent or electricity, you pay your savings account first. Even if it is a small amount, do it every single month without fail. Over time, this grows into a large sum. Fourth, wise investments. A disciplined person does not chase get-rich-quick schemes. They take the time to learn about investments. They are patient. They understand that real wealth is built slowly and steadily. They diversify their risks and think about the long term. If you bring financial discipline into your life, you will notice something amazing. The tension about money starts to go away. You sleep better at night. You have the freedom to make choices. You can leave a bad job if you want to. You can help a family member in need. That is what financial freedom really means. It is not about being rich. It is about having control over your money instead of your money controlling you. So to bring it all together, discipline is not a punishment. It is not about living a boring, restricted life. It is the ultimate tool for freedom. It gives you control over your health, your career, your relationships, and your money. It turns your dreams from wishes into plans, and from plans into reality. Start small. Wake up at the same time tomorrow. Make your bed. Write down 3 most important tasks for the day. Do not look at your phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up. These tiny acts of discipline might feel meaningless today, but repeat them for 6 months, and you will not recognize your own life. You will be stronger. You will be calmer. You will be ahead of 95% of people simply because you did the small things that they were not willing to do. So the next time your alarm goes off and your brain gives you an excuse to stay in bed, remember the title of this book. No excuses. The power of self-discipline is sitting inside you right now, waiting to be awakened. All you have to do is start. One small, disciplined decision at a time. Thank you for listening to this summary from Wise Pages. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And remember, the best time to build discipline was years ago. The second best time is today. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.